Hey, good day, everybody. 5 tips for using your time wisely by Jim Rohn. Great stuff. I think this is one of the most important things that anybody who's serious about succeeding at anything needs to master. What I see happening for most people is they just don't manage their time very well. I mean, we all have the same 24/7, and the people that become the most successful just do a really, really excellent job of making sure that they manage every minute of every day. And I think you need to be fanatical. One of them, go through 5 different tips, but one of the things that I really focused on that I think has helped me dramatically and helping me succeed when I started to do this, my business really took off, and because I really got a hold of my time. And so what I started to do is before I went to bed every night, I sat down and I planned out every single hour of the following day. I mean, every hour from the time I get up, let's say I get up at 8 o'clock all the way to midnight. I knew exactly what I was going to do in every single hour. And sometimes that time was time with family or time, preparing to, for a meeting or preparing for an appointment or whatever. But the bottom line is I didn't have any wasted time. And so when somebody would ask me to do something, I would say, I'm already committed, because I was already committed. I had a commitment that I made to myself and to growing my business. So I didn't let people waste my time. And you know how that could happen. A lot of times if you're in your office, people come and just start talking to you, and nothing really happens from that. So I was very, very good. I was really a little fanatical about the time management aspect of my business. But when I started doing that, I started to have really amazing results, because I got rid of all that wasted time that was used, it just went away. Because if you're doing stuff that's busy work or stuff that's not leading to productivity, you're just wasting time. So this allowed me to get really, really focused. And what happened in the first 5 years of my business, I went from zero to making $855,000 a year in 60 months. And this is the reason that I did this. The primary reason why I was able to do that is because I really do, how to manage my time wisely. So here they are. Number 1, run the day or it will run you. And that is the absolute truth. Part of the key to time management is just staying in charge. Here's what usually happens. When we start something, we're in control, but as the day starts to unfold, we start losing it. It's like running a business. If you don't stay on top of things, the business will run you before long. You have to stop every once in a while and say, wait, who's in charge here? And that who is you. You determine what happens with every hour of your day, not somebody else. You do. So here's a good phrase to remember. Some will master, some will serve. That's the nature of life, and you have to make sure you become the master. You have to run the day. You have to stay in charge. What is the key to staying in charge? You must have your written set of goals with you at all times. I think this is critically important. You should be looking at them all the time, many, many times a day. In fact, I have little summaries of my goals on my sun visor, on my refrigerator at home, on the mirror where I got up and brushed my teeth and shaved in the morning. I had it in my presentation booklet. I have it in my phone. You should have your goals, and then you prioritize your goals and decide which are important. Constantly review your goals and make them a part of a good written game plan. Because if the goal isn't written down, it's really just a wish. You have to write them down. With your game plan in hand, try to separate the majors from the minors, the really important things from the things that you just have to do, and prioritize. A little thought will save you a lot of time. Is this a major day or a minor day? Adjust your time accordingly. Is this a major conversation or a minor conversation? A lot of people don't do well in this area, and here's why. They major in minor things, spending too much time on things that don't count, on too little time on things that should count, on times that really don't lead to anything. You have to always be thinking about, is this productive? Is this the best use of my time? Am I doing the most productive thing that can move my business and move my life in the direction that I want it to? You got to keep asking yourself, the quality of your questions determine the quality of your life. So you need to make sure you're asking yourself the right questions. Is this, like a lot of times I would say this person might want to spend some time with me, and I'd say, is this a person that's really serious about winning? Should I spend time with them, or should I just direct them to something that they should read or something they should listen to? Because sometimes people that don't do anything, they don't listen to you, they're not really serious. They want your time, and you got to be very careful not to give of your time to things or people that aren't going to lead to productivity. I'm talking about winning in business here. So you might think, well, that's a little excessive. No, it's not if you're serious about succeeding. Number 2, don't mistake movement for achievement. You probably know some people around you are just plain being busy. You've got to be busy being productive. That's the key. It's not just busy. People, if you're on your computer, you're doing stuff like cleaning out your garage, or you're doing stuff that just isn't going to lead to something that's productive. I had a saying on my desk, I do the most productive thing possible at any given moment. If you really take this to heart and you do the most productive thing possible at every given moment, you will be amazed at what will start to happen in your business. Consider this. A man comes home at night and flops down on the couch and he says, I've been going. But the real question is, doing what? Some people are going, but they're doing figure eights. They're not making much progress. Don't mistake movement for achievement. Evaluate the hours in your days and see if there's a lot of wasted time that you could manage better. Number 3, concentrate on where you are. You've just got to zero in on the job at hand. Don't start your business day until you get to the business. I used to start my business day in the shower. I'm trying to compose a letter in the shower. I'm not awake yet. I'm trying to compose a letter. I found out that it doesn't work that way. Wait to get to the office to start your work. Don't start your business day at the breakfast table. It's not good for your family. It's not very productive. So here's what you've got to do. On the way to work, concentrate on your driving. In the shower, concentrate on the shower. At the breakfast table, concentrate on the family. Wherever you are, be there. Don't be somewhere else. Give whatever you're doing the gift of attention. Giving people the gift of attention. Concentrate on where you are. Number 4, learn to say no. Boy, it's easy in a society like ours to just say yes too much or to over-obligate yourself. Then it takes all that time to back out of it. Don't say yes too quickly. It's better to say, I don't know if I can make it, but I'll give you a call. It's nicer to say than to back out later. Being too eager to please can be dangerous. You need to appreciate yourself, your time, and your limits. One of my colleagues has a good saying, don't let your mouth overload your back. Being too eager to please can be dangerous. You need to appreciate yourself, your time, and your limits. Know when your commitment to someone else will end up taking time away from yourself and your family. Appreciate your special time alone and appreciate your time with those you love and those who love you. This is especially important when it comes to charity work. A group of entrepreneurs I know have been successful in their own business. They get a lot of press and they've been swamped with requests to do pro bono work. They must get a couple of offers a month to sit on one charity board or another. Here's how they handle it. They take all the requests, weigh them for time commitments, and evaluate them for opportunities. Then take a collective vote on which two they will accept during the next year. You can't immediately say yes to offers that sound prestigious. You can't immediately say yes to social functions, even if they sound like a lot of fun. You've got to say maybe and take time to evaluate what's truly important to you. What will just take time away from your ambitions and your family. Be eager to please yourself and your family. Don't be so eager to please everybody else. Appreciate your own limits. You don't have to fill up every second of the day. Take time to appreciate what you've accomplished. Take time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And number 5, appreciate the little details. Your success should be a pleasure. Appreciating what you've acquired and what you've done and who you've become is important. It's an important component in fueling your future achievements. Just knowing that you finished all you started out to do that day, that's encouraging. It's these little daily gains that continue to fuel your achievement. Let's say you're figuring out tomorrow's game plan and tomorrow looks pretty light. So you write down for tomorrow is cleanup day. Clean up all the little notes on your desk. Write all the thank you notes you haven't gotten around to writing all week. Take care of a few phone calls that keep getting shuffled from one day to the next. It's just minor stuff. Nonetheless, it's the little stuff that keeps weighing you down until you get it done. So spend your day in cleanup mode. You file the notes, write the thank you cards, make the phone calls. It's not a major day, but at the end of the day, you feel you've accomplished so much. Why? Because you've taken care of so many little details. It's the little details that can make a major difference. You feel like you've really achieved something during the day, and that started out to be so minor. Little achievements are just as important as big achievements. Success is a constant process of working towards your goals. Little achievement by little achievement Little achievements produce big results, and anything is possible in those 24 hours we're given each day. You know, I think this is one of the big things. I'll say this again. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to manage your time. Because if you don't manage your time, somebody else is going to manage your time for you. And if that happens, you're not going to reach your goals. You're either, you know, helping somebody else reach their goals, or you're reaching your goals. And depending on how you manage your time. I know I talk about this. One of the things that I did, and this might be something you might want to do. I took a course, Franklin Planner course. It was an all-day course on time management. They talked about prioritizing some of the things that I talked about in this talk today. But what happened is when I started to do that, and I started to plan my day before I went to bed each night, and I planned hour by hour, just incredible things started to happen. All of a sudden, my business went from, I went from making, my first year in my business, I made $18,000. The second year, I made $35,000. I got better at planning my time and using my time wisely. Then my income jumped from, $35,000 to $86,000 in my third year. My fourth year, it jumped to $409,000. And then my fifth year, it jumped to $855,000. There's no possible way that could have happened if I didn't manage my time relentlessly. And there's no way you're going to be able to maximize your success, your career, your income, all those things, unless you learn to manage your time wisely.